it to Kakadu. Just came up from Catherine. We spent 4 nights at Catherine. Didn't manage to do any filming there because you had a bit of issue. They didn't charge any batteries, so lo and behold, camera doesn't work. But yeah, we went to Edith Falls, went to the hot springs, and went and checked out Catherine Gorge. It's actually really busy. There's heaps to do in Catherine. Really cool place. Edith Falls, we went to the upper pool, and that is just probably, I reckon, one of the best swimming spots I've been to yet. Got the waterfall. The water's not too cold. It's Mickey Mouse. Here we are, Kakadu, staying at the Kakadu Resort. It's just like, there's no bookings here. It's all just first in, best served. There's heaps of sites, and it's just a humongous site. Really cool. So day 1 of Kakadu, we did the cultural boat tour. Can't for the life of me remember the name of the tour or the boat, but it was fantastic. The Aboriginal guide just gave so much information about the uses of the different trees, the roots, just where they got all this stuff from, and even just about the history of the river. You know, the fact they were still swimming it back in the 80s when they stopped shooting the crocs. But now I think you'll see on my vid, there is a lot of crocs. We counted about 20 in about 100 metre stretch just within eyesight. Yeah, that was awesome. And then we went into the Ubia Caves, which I've never seen anything like it. Just that quantity of Aboriginal rock art all in one area, it's just amazing. You can even see in the rock art sections where they've painted over each other because the families, as someone would move into the old house or take over, maybe hostile, they'd paint over all the old artwork. So you got this layering of stories over the top, which is really cool. So yeah, day 1 is pretty great. And then now, day 2, currently doing the walk up to Twin Peaks, or Twin Falls. We're going to do Jim Falls. So fair day ahead of us. Just had a fairly big drive to get in here. It's about 40k on a pretty well graded dirt road. Then it goes into about 10 to 15k of like bumpy, turny, proper 4-wheel drive track. So we're in here now. Time for a walk. So now we're at Ubia. This place has got some of what's the most renowned sort of well-preserved rock art, probably in Australia or the world, from the Aboriginal community. So we're going to check that out.
That's where I think the fish. Look, you see its mouth.
Rightio, we got to the end. Check this out. This is just such a big drop. No way the camera does this justice. It's just mega. Right down there, just disappears over the horizon. God, I don't know how deep. And just walk straight to the edge. Vertical drop. Check this view out. Walk number 2 for us today is Jim Falls. We're a bit shell-shocked after our first 2 kilometre walk. I reckon it was a 2 kilometre vertical and 2 kilometre horizontal. So here we are. I think this one's supposed to be 2k, so we'll see how much up and down and left and right there is. Because there's only so much goodwill we've got in the 3 youngsters. Check this out, it's a really chilled walk. You follow the stream along, Jim. It's really nice. Just stand on one of the rocks, just checking it out, upstream and downstream. Look how super clear the water is. This place is really sick. Berry Springs. Now this is living, eh boys? Yeah. Check it out. The boys are just floating down, finding a heap of fish.
Big fish like this big.
Pretty cool. It's really nice.
They're like the fish. They're this big apparently.
They're this big?
They're that big.
This is our first day out at Litchfield National Park, and so their first stop, Florence Falls. Pretty easy sort of walk down the plunge pool, hand-railed and sort of concrete path the whole way, so it's a pretty chill walk. We expected something a little bit difficult after being at Kakadu, where everything was like 10 times harder than expected, but yeah, pleasant surprise. Here we are. Rightio, so now I've come into Wangi Falls. Pretty chiller walk out. Check this view out. She's like Mickey Mouse Falls. Big swimming hole on there. Check this bad boy out. You gonna go to the waterfall?
No.
It's too far. It's a fair.
I just don't want to.
It's a fair swim.
Yeah, it is quite fair. Yeah, it's too far for me.
After 6 nights of travel, we figured out what we reckon is the best way to have a good, wholesome lunch in between lots of walking and swimming and waterfall. Snaggers and bread. You know, $50 camp stove. What do you reckon, everybody? Is this the best way to have lunch?
Yeah.
We're going to tuck in and eat a few snacks. So today we're going to have a go at the Upper Cascades walk, which is about 3.3k return, 1.7 each way is what it said on the sign. Alright, it's grade 4, so supposedly a little bit more difficult than yesterday's walks, but looks pretty cool. I think we enjoy the ones that are the Cascades because you get the best swimming spots. So a bit of a day ahead of us. Got the pack, noodles, water, food. We're packed, we're ready to go. We learned a lesson at Kakadu. You need a heap of water. Kakadu, we completely underprepared, forgot our water, and we had a really hard day. Probably need 6 litres, I reckon, is good for us. 6-7 litres over the course of the day. We've got a good lunch packed, big day prepared. Let's have some fun. Yeehaw. Alright, so we got the upper Cascades to ourselves early in the morning. She's a rocky, steep walk in, but pretty doable. Just need a good pair of shoes, I suppose. Dawson, the 4-year-old's up here, and we've got it to ourselves. This is so cool. Compared to the others are like awesome spectacles, but there's just so many people there. Whereas this one, you just chill out, chat to yourself, a bit of peace and quiet.